adductors, hamstring curls, and then go straight into some deadlifts. So we were doing back and hamstrings today, and we're gonna make that happen. We were supposed to train with Cody. He's getting married, so I guess he doesn't love me as much.
So I took his spot.
So we had to bring the all reliable back in for you guys. Usually we do a superset of adductors and calves. I've been so good at training my calves that they're actually destroyed right now. Like, I am having a hard time getting out of bed and walking in the morning. So I'm gonna skip the calves, but not because I'm being lazy, because they hurt. We're gonna do some adductors, we're gonna do some hamstring curls, and then we're gonna move into an RDL. So that's really like the main focus for this session. Going through this prep, I realized I have no ass and like very small adductors from the back. So now that we've got a little bit of food in our system, kind of moving to the off season, I really want that to be an area that progresses. And also I just love deadlifting. We talked about how I feel about squats last week. Deadlifts are the same thing for me. I might actually like them a little bit more because I hurt myself less doing them. So we're gonna get warmed up, and I don't know if I think of anything stupid to say while we're training, I'll try and give that off the dome here, but otherwise I think we're just going to kind of get into it and move some weights around. The big goal with these right now is to get through it without ripping my pants open. My legs are really sore. I beat the crap out of them on Saturday, and I squatted, got up to like 4.5 plates this time, so whatever weird stuff was happening with my organs and whatnot has apparently taken care of itself for the most part, so my legs are pretty toast. I'm gonna do my best. Volume is probably gonna be a little lower. I noticed the same thing when I trained push yesterday. I was like, okay, like we are definitely not on a full-blown prep stack anymore. my output is dropping a little bit. The numbers still look pretty good. Like, I think my body's doing well with the extra food, but in terms of like the weight that I'm moving, it's starting to feel just a tad bit heavier. So it's an interesting intersection. I'm hoping that as we continue to fill out, that I can maintain the gym performance and just keep things moving in here. We're still eating the same amount of food that we have been for the last 2 weeks off of the reverse. Granted, I have a lot more liberty with free meals and whatnot on the weekend, doing one a week, been pretty good about that. But yeah, food's still relatively low compared to, what I get up to, but we're staying super lean. Body composition's good. I look really good, and I usually don't feel that way about myself, but I'm pretty impressed with how we've been able to maintain everything for the last couple weeks coming off here, so I'm really excited about that. And just trying to get huge and get strong again. So as we're moving through here, I don't really know if we've ever had a chance to talk about adductors, but I think it's a really overlooked body part for a lot of people. And for me personally, I noticed that I had a hard time connecting with like my hamstrings on RDLs. Warming up with adductors before somehow made it a little bit easier to kind of feel where your hips are essentially while you're doing the movement. And since your adductors obviously kind of tie in with your hamstrings, it definitely helped with like the overall engagement and just feeling like more or less like planted into the ground while we're doing the RDL. So really, the adductors, the hamstring curls, more than anything is just kind of get the lower body warmed up and get some blood in these muscles before we really start to move some weight around for these bigger, heavier compound lifts. Adductors are very, very, very pumped. It's a good sign. My pants don't fit anymore. So that's like one of those demoralizing parts of prep is watching all the clothes that were like snug fitting on you during your off season just become like absolute trash bags. Like I was used to these pants being super tight for months and then stepping back into it. I'm like, oh, they're falling off of my waist right now. So it's the, the pursuit of just wearing bigger clothes, which is pretty much how this whole thing started. Started working out. I was like, if I could fill out a large t-shirt, like if my bicep circumference could fill out a large t-shirt, that was like the goal when I started training. We're up to a 3X now, so I think we did what we initially set out to do. And now that we're here, it's nowhere near enough. So I guess this is the curse of bodybuilding is once you begin the path, there's no turning back. But we'll do some hamstring curls now. I've really been liking lying hamstring curls lately. I don't know what it is. I noticed with seated, like they just kind of bug my knees. Something about lying hamstring curls, I get a better overall contraction out of them. I feel like they just kind of match, at least my like own personal connection to them right now. So I know I say a lot of things and I double back on them. So if you watch my leg training video from, I don't know, 2 months ago, I probably said something different than that, but right now that's where we're at. Oh.
Nice, babe. You got more. Good. You got it.
So finally today we did it.
One more. Push. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Seeing stars.
yeah. We're gonna need a bigger weight stack.
You're gonna need the pin or something.
Yeah, seriously. It's always fun.
Maxing out every machine.
The gym needs more weights for me. That has been really fun though, like my strength. It's really funny, like on my compound lifts, I feel like isn't moving like super, super quickly, but on a lot of like the selectorized equipment, I'm just like, fuck it, I'll try the whole stack. And it tends to move pretty well. So we got like 15 reps on that one. I was trying to get like a challenging 8 to 12, so we'll see. What's up, bro? I know you're getting ready for your set, but how's it going? Good, dude. You get moving some weight over here, huh? It's pretty cool if you're in the Phoenix area. Both of these dudes, Joey and I are going to start working together pretty soon. Say hi, Joey. Very cool. And then that's Colin. Colin was in one of our last videos.
Oh,
Colin's
yeah.
been crushing on his program, so pretty cool for me at least, having not been out here that long. I'm forcing my way into having friends.
Dylan's deadlifts are pretty legit.
We get a deadlift bar, which I am really stoked about.
Here, I
Can you
love
clamp
it.
that side for me, Ben?
Do what?
Can you put a clamp on that
Sure.
side, please?
Dude, these are strong. There we go.
RDLs, at least from the clients that I've worked with, are probably the most consistently wrongly done exercise out of any exercises that I coach people through. And it's because you do have to have a pretty good connection with your hamstrings. You do have to be able to brace well. And you do have to keep your lower back very, very strong during these movements. There's a lot of limiting factors that can come into play, whether that is grip strength, whether that is maybe lower back strength or just overall core stability. Maybe it's your ability to brace. Maybe it's your overall glute or hamstring drive that you can generate. So some things that really help me with approaching RDLs, one of the things that's probably going to help you the most, don't walk them out of the rack. Pull them from the floor. Load the bar just like you would a normal deadlift. Approach your initial rep just like you would a normal deadlift. And then the only thing you need to be changing is rather than from the top, dropping straight down to the floor and letting the knees bend, just hinge at the hips and then lower the weight. So you can still get a little bit of a soft bend in the knee. But really what we're trying to do is just envision this like a normal deadlift, but when we lower the weight, we're placing all of that tension on the hamstrings through that eccentric, kind of that lowering phase with the weight. And I find for me personally, RDLs actually feel better on my lower back than normal deadlifts do. I think a big part of that is because you're kind of forced to brace and to really keep kind of your low back and your core tight there. So I'm gonna probably not talk a whole lot about deadlifts. I'd really rather just do them and have you guys watch how I do them and hopefully take some notes away from that. But we're gonna load up a barbell today.
The everyday consistency is the most important. And do it with a relentless feeling inside of you. It's just a matter of how far you're willing to go to get it.
The easy route never pays well. The only route in life that pays well is the hard route, the struggle, the pain, the frustration.
You're strong.
It's having a fucking epileptic episode through that.
Oh, you okay? Sit down.
Whew. Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool.
We're so back, baby. Yes. Get more. Yes, big brace, all the way through again. Let's go. Hips, hips. Another one, you got another one, you got another one. Go, pull it, hips. Yes, one more, let's go, babe. Through it, hips. Easy, come on. Damn, babe. My wife. There's not a whole lot of back workout left after this, is the good news, but
That's good.
that is something where, you know, if you are programming in big, heavy movement like this, get a lot of bang for your buck here, but you also take on a lot of fatigue, so it's unrealistic for me to go, okay, I'm gonna do an all-out set of deadlifts, which is gonna obviously destroy my nervous system based on the earthquake that happened during that set. So really, we're just gonna do one good chest-supported movement, and then probably two really heavy, like, lat isolation focused exercises. I gotta check the program and see what they are, but pretty sure I do some single arm pull downs and I think like a normal lat pull down after that. So basically today is hamstrings. We do an RDL, which is gonna obviously work the whole posterior change. Nice thing is that takes up a lot of the volume that I was doing for like upper back work too. Literally find me another exercise where I can hit it with that much load. You're gonna have a hard time. So kind of replacing a lot of the volume that we're doing with a little bit more intense movements, which honestly for me is just largely from an enjoyment aspect. And then also when I was kind of going through my prep, I was thinking about, okay, what are the improvements that I want to see in my physique? And then what are the exercises that I would directly correlate to a change in that look? So thicker back, more lower lats, more adductors, more hamstrings. So when we come in and train, we train adductors, hamstrings, a nice heavy RDL, which is going to incorporate both of those things, a chest supported row, which is going to get the upper back, and then really just isolate on the lower lats. So when I think about designing programs, whether this is for myself, I write my own programming, or, and, you know, I troubleshoot it with Justin, but know what I'm doing on the training front. When I'm writing my clients' programs, that's a big part of it is, hey, you know what are the what are the body parts that they want to improve, maybe from like a vanity point? What are the body parts that I see as with a bodybuilder's eye that need to come up to balance their physique? And then what are the exercises, or what is the approach to training that's going to kind of bring out the look that we're going for? So I think that for me, from a coaching standpoint and then from my own training standpoint, I think this is where the artistry comes in a little bit, where, you know, what works maybe on paper for everyone doesn't necessarily operate in a vacuum. You have to have, I think, a lot of lived experience in improve at training in order to see improvements to your physique. And I think a lot of specific exercises can correlate really directly to specific looks based on what movements you do, how you do them, what kind of load you use, what kind of intensity you approach with, how much volume you do. So that's kind of my thought process behind this workout, but I'm really happy with that. Honestly, I'd be happy walking away from the session being like, that's it, but we need more back. So we get to move on and do some upper body stuff now.
Oh yeah.
Now the focus is shifting, obviously kind of in this sweet spot in the workout. We're fully warmed up. We just came off of a heavy top set. I want to train these as heavy as possible, but I also don't want to do that at the expense of really recruiting my upper back fibers and getting good contractions. We've put enough load around it that now it's time to kind of go from these really broad strokes to approaching this with a little bit more refinement. So we're going from like an axe to a hatchet here, like still kind of a bigger swing movement, but with a little bit more attention to detail in terms of the execution on these.
It's all right. Good stretch, babe. Nice. Come on. You got lots more. Let's go. Nice. Come on. Let's go. Again. One more. Push. All the way. Nice. Good job.
Yeah.
Double high five.
Like a volleyball cheer. Said Jack, Queen, King, Ace. This is not going good for my I'm not gay case for Instagram.
Once you're married, I feel like you're actually comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm pretty secure in who I am.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
Where'd you get your shirt at? It's fucking sick.
Yeah, this is Rebirth Athletics on Instagram. I have a
They're
code
really
with them too.
cool.
You can check their shit out. Doing the Lord's work. Code Fundell.
Code Fundell.
RebirthAthletics.com. Actually, they just came out with wrist straps, which are totally the ones that I'm wearing right now, and lifting belts. I think they dropped some hockey jerseys too, which are pretty cool, and then they restocked some t-shirts and stuff. So they got men's stuff, they got women's stuff. They are really cool guys, small brand. They've been with me for supporting me through kind of bodybuilding and all that since 2019. So 7 years built with these guys, and I wouldn't recommend it if I didn't believe in the people behind the brand. So if you guys could support them, use my code, help support me. That'd be really cool. And you get some dope shit too. Bro, my hamstrings hurt right now. I'm feeling beat up. So we're gonna do two or three sets of pull downs here, a single arm pull down, and then I'm gonna eat some food and probably go to sleep. Holy shit, dude.
Go to sleep.
I'm feeling broken, my man.
Why is this so long?
Oh my gosh. You know what that rope looks like?
Stop. I know.
Do you like it? I mean,
I have no idea what.
the big ones hurt anyways, right? We're gonna get serious. My watch keeps thinking that I'm not even working out. It's amazing what a difference just tracking your steps can do. I have a lot of guys who come to me and they're like, I'm really bad with doing cardio. And honestly, a lot of them, we can get them into a deficit without doing more than 15 minutes of cardio on their workout, just by getting them off their butt and moving, taking a 10-minute walk 2-3 times a day. I know for me, from like a digestion and energy standpoint, and also kind of like on a mental health front too, you know, getting some sunshine on your face a couple times a day makes a big difference. This is our working set here.
All right. Good. Nice, babe. Come on. Pull it.
I got it. Influencers in the wild. Gonna check the. You get a good one?
No.
Damn it. Hate it when that. 2 sets of single arm pull downs, and then we're gonna call it a day. With these, I'm really looking for not moving the whole planet or anything, but just getting the lower lat to really fully contract. I got a pretty good stretch on the regular pull downs. Now with these, the focus is really getting, picture like this part right here, that little attachment into the lower lat. Some things that are gonna really help with this exercise is actually not arching. As you move through the movement, you gotta figure the lat's main function. There's a little bit of lateral flexion that it helps with, but more so what it's doing is helping bring that elbow in front of your body. So that's gonna be our focus here as we're rowing, or as we're doing our pull downs, is keeping the elbow out in front, driving down to the hip. And then I think about making this arcing motion with my elbow where I squeeze down into the hip, my chest stays forward, and then I'm reaching up and out on the stretch. So we might need to adjust the setup a tiny bit on here, but that's kind of the focus. Something too, for single arm movements, single leg movements, treat each side, your left side and your right side, like individual sets. I think one of the mistakes that a lot of people make when they do single arm rows, single arm pull downs, Bulgarians, lunges, single arm curls, like any kind of unilateral movement, is they'll just go straight from the left to the right. And while the right side or the opposite side's muscle might still be fresh, cardiovascularly, we need to make sure that we are recovering, that we are basically getting our breathing rate back down to normal so that you can push on that opposite side. I know this was something I noticed was when I started taking, not a super long rest period, but I would say at least 60 seconds, up to 90, really just when you get to a point where you can breathe normally and you're really ready to like push yourself again. Give yourself at least that time before you transition from the left to the right. That way we're training each side with the equal amount of effort.
Oh, that's really nice.
Nothing like putting on like a soaked shirt after.
Oh, I know.
Well, that's why I try to like do the layers, especially when you drive, so that I have like dry clothes to put on. Sorry, let me say that again. So I have dry clothes to put on after I finish training, but this is all like wet. I don't know. Is there anything new happening?
New.
Not really, but
Oh, hostile, your code.
oh yeah. So on that note, I think we didn't, this wasn't in the last video, but since the last YouTube video, ask and you shall receive, officially have an affiliation with Hostile Supplements. I was drinking their EAAs throughout the workout. They're delicious. You guys definitely check out their products. You can go to the link in the bio here. Use code Dylan10. You get 10% off the order. That goes back to helping support me, help support the channel. It pays Preston to follow me around with the camera, so that's always super helpful. Check out Rebirth Athletics as well. Code Fundell there. And then coaching. Always taking coaching clients. There'll actually be a video linked at the end of this video somewhere on the screen. If you have questions about what I do, how I do it, kind of how I transform my physique and other people's physiques, you can get 99% of the information you need there. There's also a link in the bio you can apply to work with me. And if I decide that I want to spend time talking to you on a weekly basis, I just might reach out to you and talk to you about that as well. Otherwise, business as usual. We are going to keep the YouTube videos coming every Monday at 5 p.m. So super excited about that. And hopefully the next time you see me, I'll be bigger and not any fatter. So definitely follow me on Instagram, like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. Keep up with the day-to-day, and we will catch you guys for the next video.
Yeah.